Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, February 28th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I am going to start with this one. It was the settlement a week ago today for the first time below that 340.838 Fibonacci in combination with the 344.98 two-year channel top. 340.80 is 3/8 back from the January 23 low against that recent December high. And we did close above this two-year channel top a few months ago that indicated 507.45. We came falling back, closing below both of those last week, indicated 251.32. I'd mentioned as a 1 to 2 month objective, possibly much quicker. That possibly much quicker is obviously playing out. These church steeple rallies tend to play out in a like fashion on the backside symmetrically. 251.32 is likely over the next I'm going to say 2 to 3 days if we close today below 280.02. A 280.02, though, is a completed objective based on the sell signal from a week ago. This was a 1 to 2 week objective, as you recall. I may have said 2 to 3 weeks at the time. I can't remember. But kind of a 1 to 2 week target. We've met the 1 to 2 week target. 280.02, descending channel, a 2-3 month channel bottom that may well contain selling through next week. And from here, we can round up perhaps into the low to mid 340s again within a week or two. But, given the fact that we are anticipating 251.32 as a longer term objective, don't be surprised to see a settlement today below 280.02. On the way down today, breaking or opening below 280.02 does signal 272.45. That is another channel structure that could contain I don't want to encourage buying of this on a daily basis. I think aggressive intraday, aggressive day traders can trade it, but there is the possibility that we could bounce off of 272.45 and then close the day back above the 280.02 formation. And if we do, the low to mid 340s remain in reach over the next week or two. But regardless, even if we bottom out intraday or even for the entire day at 272.45, merely closing below 280.02 does set up the 251.32 longer-term objective to be tested over the next, let's just call it 3 to 5 days or sooner. By the end of next week, 251.32 long-term channel support, 2-year channel support actually on the weekly chart. Able to contain selling not only through March, but even through the second quarter. From here, we could carve out a low, rally into the low to mid 340s again within a matter of weeks, as I've already said, and quite possibly onward and upward into the low 500 region as we continue into later year. Now, we could, obviously, anything can happen, and the question is, what if over the next week, 2 or 3, we just break 251.32, close below it? I don't see it happening today. It's not likely today that we will close below 251.32. I don't even know if we can see examples of that kind of volatility. I suppose that December high, we have that kind of volatility. But getting back to my basic point, if we were to close below 251.32 over the next few weeks, then we enter another significant sell signal that I think would yield the low to upper 150s. I'd mentioned this, I think, in a video a day or two ago, this channel structure. This is sort of the last long-term channel structure you can create on Tesla's chart through the entire existence of the stock, because you've got these two very prominent highs and these lows, 152.68, 158.79. If we close below 251.32 over the next week or two, 3 to 5 weeks, or 3 to 5 months? That's a question I have. I actually think it would be closer to 3 to 5 weeks. I think if this were to happen, say by the end of next week, closing below 251.32, the meltdown just keeps playing out. Low to upper 150s then likely, where we could actually place an annual low. This classic channel bottom, this long-term channel structure, well suited to absorb selling pressures through the rest of the year. And from here, I would then expect just sort of this kind of wide sweeping consolidation for an extended period of time before the market may then turn up into the third, fourth, or fourth quarter. But that way ahead of myself on that. For now, we're above 280.02 and the low to mid 340s in reach over the next couple of weeks. On the way up today, we do have 302.97. That is our intraday resistance level. We're far enough away from that right now where it just might actually contain daily highs. But coming off of this 2-3 month channel bottom, I don't want to encourage aggressive selling, especially if we push through yesterday's 297.23 high. After making this low, we could run significantly. We could potentially run to 325.10. In fact, if early enough in the day we push through 302.97, I wouldn't be surprised to see 325.10 by the closing bell. And under that scenario, we're likely Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week to test the low to mid 340s. Now, we have a channel top to the 280.02 channel bottom. The 2 to 3 month channel top comes in at 272.66. And over the next couple of weeks, it will converge with the mid 340s anyway. So this is going to be a big area. This 372.66 descending channel top is the point to settle above in the weeks ahead. And I don't know how soon or if we may test it anytime soon. Now, but I will say that yes, holding above the 280.02 channel bottom, in terms of just pure channel dynamics, one must allow for the channel top at 372.66. And I say allow very deliberately rather than expect, because of the overall target at 251.32 that we're anticipating. And once again, if we close today below 280.02, we'll see this by the end of next week, possibly by the end of day Monday. 251.32, a big area. So I don't know if I've covered everything. I think I have. Let's just say that holding above 280.02, we've got 325.10 as a 3 to 5 day target, 340.80 to 344.98 as a 1 to 2 week objective, and the channel top at 372.66 as a 2 to 3 week objective. This, despite the fact that we're expecting the 351.32 formation. But once again, keep in mind that that formation was just set off last week, that objective, that target. And I mentioned how it could be 1 to 2 months, 3 to 5 weeks. So, we could bottom out here in this low 280s, the channel bottom that I'm showing, once again, right here. We could bottom out here, and there's plenty of time for that to flesh out. We can then, from the low 280s, rally into the low to mid 340s over the next week or two before falling back again to this rising channel bottom. Holding below 340.80, I do anticipate 251.32 as our near-term objective. 3 to 5 weeks? Is it 3 to 5 weeks or is it 3 to 5 days? That is the question. Is there anything else to say? I don't think so. I'm going to leave it at that. By the way, on Thursday, we put out a stock pick on Palantir. You might want to check that out. And on Tuesday, gosh, memory. What was the stock pick? I know it was I should have this in front of me before I shoot these videos to remember. I do so much analysis on all these different commodity markets, stock markets, I actually forget. So go to wickedstocks.com. You'll see. You get a 5-day free trial. You'll be able to see this week's stock picks, including Thursday's Palantir and Tuesday's stock pick. Last week's stock picks, daily Triple Q, daily SPY, weekly Apple stock analysis, etc., etc. Go to wickedstocks.com. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Tesla, and you have a great weekend.